Imagine stablecoins replacing the dollar. If one stablecoin equals one US Treasury bond, the US no longer needs to sell bonds to raise cash. When you exchange $10 billion for stablecoins, the issuer uses your dollars to buy $10 billion in US bonds. Every stablecoin is backed by debt, and the government holds your cash. The stablecoin issuer earns interest from the bonds, and the government keeps those dollars circulating. In effect, US debt turns into currency just like dollars once stood in for gold, and then became fiat when the gold tie was cut. With stablecoins tied to US debt, the government could do it again, transform its massive IOU into usable money. The debt disappears, a modern echo of the 1970s shift. Today, the US has created a new IOU, its national debt. That debt plays the same role dollars once did as a promise. The dollar is now currency like gold once was. And now, the US is trying to turn debt directly into stable currency, bypassing the dollar entirely. That's debt monetization, turning IOS into money. When the US abandoned gold backing, it told the world, can't trade dollars for gold, just use dollars as money. Now the same may happen with US debt. You can't redeem this debt for dollars, use the debt itself, or stablecoins as money. With $36 trillion in debt, repayments just mean creditors receive dollars, which then gets swapped for stablecoins backed by US bonds. This cycle repeats. Dollars fund more US debt every time they're exchanged for stablecoins. The US never really pays the debt, just rolls it forward. The result, circulating dollars shrink and government debt is repaid with new stablecoins. These stablecoins backed by bonds can be used in everyday transactions or even to buy assets like Bitcoin. Here's the twist. When you exchange $100,000 for stablecoins, the issuer buys $100,000 in Treasury bonds. That lets you buy Bitcoin or other assets while also funding US debt. It's almost like doubling your spending power. The money supply stays flat, but available assets multiply. This setup quietly keeps us debt funded. Some doubt stablecoins could ever replace the dollar or solve a $36 trillion debt, since usage is only in the hundreds of billions, and if stablecoins were just for buying Bitcoin, they'd stay too niche.